So one of the big questions that we get is, what are the differences between Paleo and Atkins and Keto, right? A lot of the meals could be all three of them, right? It just depends on kind of the way you're looking at it. But with Paleo, essentially what we're doing is mimicking ancestral eating and foraging patterns, right? Trying to mimic their lifestyle in a way. And it's macronutrient agnostic, right? So you could be eating Paleo, but you could be eating high carb, low carb, high fat, low fat, whatever protein you want. It's just essentially eat these foods, don't eat these foods. But the emphasis on Paleo is really on food quality, eating foods with the highest nutrition with the least amount of toxicity. And in doing so, we're eliminating refined carbohydrates, junk food, sodas and all that, but we're also eliminating a lot of the common foods we see in our diet, such as grains, legumes, and dairy, because they all have problematic things that go on with them. So grains are poor in nutrition, but they also have a lot of gut irritating components to them, a lot of proteins in there that can be harmful to you. Legumes, similar thing, have lots of lectins, can be irritating to the gut, very hard to digest, very low in nutrition. Dairy, same thing, whey and casein can be very reactive to most people. But you don't really know that unless you take it out for a certain period of time and then bring it back in. And when you start having negative reactions, you know it's not for you. And that's why 30 days of elimination is so effective. But yeah, so some of those Paleo meals could also be keto meals, right? Now with Atkins, it's high protein and high fat. This is where I think a lot of people go wrong with Atkins. They just eat too much of that stuff. They don't digest it very well. It can throw them out of ketosis. They're not really burning fuel or glucose very well, and the body gets very confused. And there's no emphasis on food quality, really. You could be anything, but if it's high protein, high fat, you're okay. And so Atkins encourages a lot of the consumption of dairy and cheese, which can be problematic. But there is no real emphasis on food quality really at all. And with keto, again, what we're doing is high fat, moderate protein, low carbohydrate, right? Real plain and simple, but it's macronutrient specific. It's micronutrient agnostic. So to really get the best results out of keto, you would be using those macronutrients, but still paying attention to the benefit of the micronutrients, still paying attention to food quality. And you could have what we'll talk about in a second here, breakfast, let's say lunch, chicken breast, broccoli, olive oil, and avocado. It is both a keto meal and a paleo meal, so there's a large crossover there.